Good morning, students. In the previous class, we learned about matter. Today, we are going to learn about the properties of matter. First property, matter occupies space. Three types of matter are there. What are they? Solid, a liquid, and a gas. And solid occupies space. For example, the things around us, that is, this chalk, it occupies some space for resting. It will not rest in the atmosphere, no? It wants some space to rest. So it occupies some space. And a table, desk, chair, whatever things here around us, all solids that occupy space. And in case of liquid, like water and milk, they also occupy some space. Whatever containers we have taken that liquid, that take the space of that container. The liquids also occupy space. And what about gases? Gases also occupy space. If we are blowing some air into a balloon, that balloon will become, and the air inside the balloon, that air that occupies the space inside the balloon. Okay. So, in all these cases, in case of solids, in case of liquids, and in case of gases, all these occupy some space. That is the first property of matter. In second property, matter has weight. Matter has weight. All the things around us like solids, it has some weight. No weightless solids are there, isn't it? Liquids also has weight. How do we find out the weight of the liquid? For example, water. Two buckets, we can consider two buckets. One is full of water and the other is empty. Which one you can carry easily? The bucket with water has more weight than the bucket without water. Understood? So the weight here came due to the weight of the water there. So liquids also has some weight. And what about gases? Gases also has weight. This one experiment we want to show. That's look into it. Paste a deflated balloon on both the pans of weighing. Both the pans carries two deflated balloons. So no air inside that. And hold the scale in the middle. Like this. Hold the scale in the middle. You can observe both the pans standing at the same level. Look into this, balance each other. Inflate one of the balloons and place it back on the pan. One balloon blow air into it and inflate it, and the other balloon is deflated. Now you can observe that the pan with the inflated balloon comes down and the pan with the deflated balloons goes up. That shows that this balloon carries some air inside it, isn't it? And due to the weight of that air, the balance will come down and this side will move up because there is no air and there is no weight there. This shows that gas also has weight. Understood? So, through this experiment we can understood that gases also has a weight. Air is also a gas. Air is a mixture of gases. Okay? Change of states of matter. Change of state of matter. Change of state of matter. We can convert one state of matter, that is solid form, to liquid form or liquid form to gaseous form. Okay. So change of state of matter. Change of state of matter. water, this liquid form. When cools, changes into ice, that is solid, called the freezing. Ice, that is solid form, when heated, changes into water, liquid. That is, we call it as melting. Water when heated moisture or vapor, steam. It is gas. It's called the evaporation. Water vapor cools, steam or water vapor cools, again we are getting water, liquid, that is condensation. Now we are going to study about change of state of matter. Change of state of matter. Water, that's a liquid form of matter. When we are cool, when water we are keeping in an inside a refrigerator, the temperature is very below there. Then water changes into ice cubes. That is the solid form of water. So liquid form we can change into solid. How? We are cooling that. Below the temperature is very low there in the fridge. So we are getting at the atmospheric pressure or temperature, we didn't get the ice cubes. Only in refrigerator, only because temperature is very low there. So we can convert this liquid into solid. That is, water changes into ice. And that process is called the freezing. So inside the freezer, we are getting ice cubes due to the low temperature. So water, liquid changes into solid ice. So that process is called the freezing. So on cooling, liquid water changes into solid ice. That process is called the freezing. Now coming, when we are heating this ice or solid, we are getting water again. So that we call it as melting. If we take an outside that ice cubes from the refrigerator and we are keeping aside in a room, after 2-3 hours, when we are watching that, what will we get? We will get only water. So that we call it as melting. So when solid ice is heated up, then it changes into water, liquid water, and that process is called the melting. So in this also, solid form can change into liquid form. Okay, next is this liquid water when heated up. When we are taking water in a vessel and keep it on a stove, then after heating up, that it changes into steam. Water vapor will come, that is a gaseous form. So that we call it as evaporation. So water on heating changes into gas form. That is steam. That we call it as evaporation. So heated up only we are getting this steam. So then steam, then after cooling, we are again getting this water. So it is interchangeable. Solid can convert into liquid, liquid can convert into solid, or liquid can convert into gas, isn't it? So that we call it as change of state of matter. The change of state of matter, another example is the melting of wax. Candle, when we are after lighting the candle, after some time we can see that some liquid type wax will move downwards. After cooling this molten wax, we are again getting the solid wax. Okay, so that is called as change of state of matter. Okay, today that much, children. Thank you.
Matter. Everything around us. We know that there are thousands of things around us made from different substances. Matter. Anything that has mass and occupies space is called matter. We inhale the fresh air in the garden, quench our thirst with fresh orange juice, and enjoy delicious cakes that our mothers prepare. All these things are matter because they have mass and occupy space. Mass. Mass is the physical quantity or the actual amount of matter any object is made of. When your mother purchases a kilogram of mangoes from the market, then this 1 kilogram is the amount of matter in mangoes. Our body is made up of bones, tissues, and various fluids that constitute the mass of the body.
We should not confuse mass with weight. Mass and weight are two different concepts. The mass of an object remains the same, but the weight changes. For example, the weight of an object, when measured on the moon, will be different from that on the earth, but the mass shall remain the same.
States of matter. Matter is present all around us in some form or the other. It exists in 3 states: solid, liquid, and gas. Water is present in all the 3 states: solid, that is ice; liquid, that is water; and gas, that is water vapor. Solids are substances that are usually hard and have a definite shape and size. You can easily pick up an apple because it is a solid. It is possible to throw and catch a ball because it is a solid. You can keep and carry things in boxes or bags because they have a hollow space enclosed within solid boundaries. Solids are generally easy to pick, carry, or move around, except when they are huge. A pair of boots, a sweater, a burger, a fruit, a house, a car, etc. are some examples of solids. Solids can change their shape only when an external force is applied. Some solids are elastic. For example, rubber band. They stretch when pulled and return to their original shape when released. Liquids are substances that have a definite quantity, that is volume, but have no definite shape. Liquids do not have their own shape, but take the shape of the container
in which they are kept.
We get water through water pipes and taps, and we store it in bottle. Liquids flow and can be carried around only when they are filled in a container. Thick liquids such as honey flow a little slower than thin liquids such as milk. Liquids flow from an upper level to a lower level. Gases are substances that do not have any definite shape or size. The air we breathe and the air in hot air balloon are examples of gases. We cannot see air, but we do feel its presence when it blows. Gases spread out to occupy the whole space in a container. We can feel the presence of air against our skin, or when we see kites flying in the sky. All living things need an important gas called oxygen to survive. It is one of the many gases present in the atmosphere that surround the earth. When layers of plants and animals buried in the earth are exposed to intense heat and pressure over thousands of years, natural gas is formed. There are other gases trapped inside the earth, which are released when oil and coal are extracted from the earth's surface and also when volcanoes erupt.
Gases are compressed in metallic cylinders for special uses like cooking gas or oxygen cylinders.
The three most important things for life are generally found in these forms: food in the form of solid, water in the form of liquid, air we breathe in the form of gas. Matter. Everything around us. Properties of matter. We know now that everything around us is matter. Whether natural or man-made, living or non-living. The actual material that any matter is made up of gives it properties like its shape and size, taste and color, etc. Substances made from the same material can look very different. For example,
curd and cheese are made from the same material, milk, but look different.
Things having the same weight may not occupy the same space. For example, half a kilogram of ice cream and half a kilogram of cotton. Let us study the properties of matter in detail. Matter occupies space. Solids, liquids, and gases may occupy space in distinct ways. We keep food grains in sacks. Fill the fuel tank of our vehicles with liquid fuel like petrol or diesel. And our bicycle tires have air filled in their tire tubes. Matter has mass. Everything around us that has mass is matter. Mass is measured in grams and kilograms. Mass of matter can vary from light things like a shuttlecock to the mass of a cupboard that can weigh several kilograms. Change of state of matter. An important feature of matter is that it can change from one state to another. Water is a common example of matter that can exist in all three states. When water, that is liquid, is kept in the freezer, it becomes ice, that is solid. When this ice is heated or kept outside, it changes back into water, that is liquid. If the water is boiled, it changes into steam or water vapor, that is gas. When the steam or vapor cools down, it changes back into its liquid form, that is water. When your mother heats milk, that is a liquid, adds sugar to it, that is a solid, and keeps stirring it for a long time, you get yummy rabri, which is partly solid. Uses of matter in our lives. All living things depend on various forms of matter to live. We eat food that is either solid or liquid. Vegetables, fruits, pulses, and food grains are solids, while water, milk, different oils, etc. are liquids. Do not forget that the aroma of food is in the gaseous state. We live in homes that are built with bricks, stone,
cement,
etc. that are solids. Metals, ceramics, wood, etc. are used to manufacture things for our daily use. We wear clothes made from fabrics like cotton, silk, satin, etc., which are solids. Fuels such as petrol, diesel, etc. help us run our cars and buses.
Air is filled in the tires of cars and buses and other vehicles.
LPG,
Liquefied petroleum gas,
and CNG,
compressed natural gas,
which help us in cooking, are gases.